Ooh, it's Hobonichi Day! Yay! Boom boom! Boom boom! It's Hobonichi Day! You excited? What are you gonna buy for this year? You gonna buy a Weeks? An original Techo? A cousin? What's Boom Boom gonna buy? What's Boom Boom gonna buy? You got a plan for all your meals, your vet visits, all your biscuit time, your treat times. So much planning for 2026. Yay! In all this excitement, I've given myself a headache. Wow. Happy Hobonichi Day to everybody. I'm so excited. Actually, have a little bit of that. Okay, in this video, I'm going to talk about what I'm going to purchase for 2026 and make it the best year I've ever had in a planner, like every year. And I'll also try to avoid adding to my Hobonichi Graveyard, which, okay, it's not all of these books, but a lot of these purchases, well, I do regret them. So my approach has generally been each year to have one of two scenarios. Firstly, is to have an entire book to cover everything, which at various points has been the cousin or the original Techo. But there have been years, and last year was a very good example, as in this year, 2025. I bought multiple planners and covers as well, and thought I'm definitely going to use one for budgeting, finance, one for work, both weeks, and one original for home tasks, like just general home planning. And I did not really use the original for home for a long time. I started out hot and heavy, as every year does, and abandoned it about 1/4 of the way through. Now, my work planner. My work planner was doing pretty well. So I was writing down what I did here, but I had a to-do list for each week, or what I would have to do in this little section here, and anything due that week, anything I should note, particularly if it needs to carry on into next week, and just a summary of the general gist of what I did for the week. I did find it fairly helpful, but it's also information I don't think I really needed at times, particularly the summary, because I don't look back and really say, okay, that's what I did for the week. And it kind of worked, but yeah, as you can see, well, you can't really see at the moment, but let's say August. Yeah, I have abandoned it completely. I've abandoned my work weeks completely. And there's a reason for that, though. I've moved it into this, my original for the year. And it's been working really well, because I find having two planners, well, actually 3 planners, so draining, I think, because you're always opening a different one. You're always looking in a different spot for something, for each thing you want to do. Like whether it's finances, work, or home, everything, you're always I don't know, you're always digging in another book to do something, whereas if it's a life book, which is the motto, I think I like the idea of having a book that is the entire life, is my entire life. That's where I'm at now. I've now put these two into here. And in the past, 2024, what was this? That was a work one, which I abandoned at some point because it was too much trouble, and I got back to it at the end because I'd put too much information in there. I need some information, but I don't need all the information. And this is too much work to do this, like a work one, a finance one, and a home one, where if I have this, I'm generally not using the monthly pages at all. In the past couple of months, well, let's say since the end of July, I have transferred everything into the original, and I'm finding it too small to fit everything in, and I want the weekly layout again. That only leaves the big scary daily pages, which sometimes they can be terrifying. Now, this has been my eternal struggle with a cousin. I love the cousin, I love the size because I do use fountain pens and my writing is, well, I try to be neat, but the smaller you have to write, the less neat you are, or for me. With all that being said, I am very excited to finally be able to buy the 2026 cousin. I'm going back to the cousin. I haven't been in the cousin since last year, and it's been 6 months of juggling all these others. And Hobonichi does feel an overconsumption mentality, which I fall for most of the time. But it's not because I don't think I'm going to use these things, because I really have every intention of using them. It's just because my system wasn't great. And now I am fully confident that I have a good system. At least for two situations, the finance and work and general to-do lists. My only worry is the daily pages. But I think I have a good idea now. Now, my last video for this channel was last year. It was an unboxing for my Hobonichi 2025 haul. And I'm not even going to, I don't even think I'm going to call it a haul anymore, because for 2026 I'm just going to buy a cousin and a cover and possibly an extra cover. Okay, that's a haul. But I do want to have a few covers because I like to change them. Not too often, but I like to have a variety so I can change with the seasons. So I kind of like to have a winter, summer, spring and autumn vibe going on. Even though the inside will always stay the same for me now, because that's what my system will be. Well, I've mentioned this. I have to give an update about this channel, because I think there's going to be some changes from now. In my last video, I kind of mentioned a big trip that I was going on, and I did go on that trip. I also came to a big realization that I'm trying to cover all corners of everything with this channel, and I really should just be focusing on one thing, because really the videos that are most popular for me on this channel are my Hobonichi planning videos, and my art videos don't really do that well. They do okay every now and then, but I think I'm chasing two different audiences with that. So my realization is to have a separate channel for art and keep this channel as my Hobonichi / planning channel. Because honestly, I don't really have anyone in my life who is into planning like this, like they're not part of the planning community. I try to rave on about all this with my wife, but she doesn't really understand the joy of getting a nice Japanese fancy planner, putting a nice cover on it and planning your days. It's sort of a pretty niche community, I guess. Well, there's millions of people out there who do enjoy such things, but sometimes it's hard to find people in your own life who do. So, yeah, I think from now on this is going to be my little outlet for planning. And with that, from now on, I think I'm just going to keep my content as planning content and all the joys that come with it. And maybe share some tips and ideas and my own system if I have anything of interest that I think people might like. How much time do we have left before Hobonichi time? Hobonichi time is, it's 11:18. That means in Japan time it's 10:18. So I've only got about 40 minutes to go before I can purchase. Hoi, hoi, hoi. What a day. I have some big advice for those who are about to purchase. Your first, your last, your everything Hobonichi planner for 2026. Do not buy all the things. You don't need a gazillion planners. All you need is one. You only need one planner. But if you enjoy it, you can get two. Okay, look. Seriously though, you can get three if you really need it. But don't get four. Four's the limit. No, three's the limit. You can't get four. But you have to really know what you're going to use all those for, because some people love the portability of the weeks, and it's a great pocket notebooky thing. If you've got a cover on cover, they last forever, so you don't need to keep buying those, unless you want the ones with the special designs. Pencil boards are a good option if you love some covers, but you don't want to spend the excessive amounts of money on them, but you still want a nice design that's similar to what a cover might be. The cousin is the best for people who love to keep everything in the one book and who like to use daily pages for whether it's planning, checklist, or complete journaling for the entire page. The original is perfect for people who have small hands and who like the portability and who have small writing. Before you spend an excessive amount of money on this wonderful planner, think about your past experiences, if you have any, and where they've gone wrong, and why you are going to overcome that for next year. And then, only then, make your purchase with a choice that you're happy with. Because if you don't, you too will have an impressive Hobonichi Graveyard. This is my graveyard. These are products I thought I would use all the way through the year, and I didn't. This is working for me now, but I need it to be bigger, so I'm adjusting my purchase to be this. Well, actually not a hon, which is the hardcover version of the cousin. This is going to be my purchase for 2026. It's going to be a cousin, and I'm going to get 2 covers, and that's it. That is going to be my purchase. Oh, it's almost time. Just over half an hour. Now, back on my channel situation. So, this is going to be, from now on, a planning channel. With that in mind, if you did like my art in the past, I've started a new channel, which I think I mentioned once before, but I've only just started it. So now I actually have 3 channels. My first channel is Toucan B, of course. Now this is going to be planning and Hobonichi. But last year I also started a walking channel where I try to show off my city that I live in, Brisbane, and it's called Everybody's in Vegas. So check that out if you like walking tour videos. It's just me walking around, no talking. I'm just showing what I think is some nice sights of Brisbane, or just everyday walks as well. That has a lot of content from my trip as well, overseas. So if you want to see some places that I was in Korea, in Seoul, or Hawaii, or Trinidad and Tobago, then this is the one to check out. Now my other one that I've just started is going to be my art channel, and it's called Bris Vegas Nights. I've called it Bris Vegas Nights because, well, firstly, it's urban sketching in general, plus Brisbane art. So art based on the city of Brisbane. That's my goal for that one. I've called it Bris Vegas Nights because, in general, the majority of the videos will be me going out doing some urban sketching and bringing that sketch home and completing it in the night. So if you're interested, check them out. But if you're interested in planning, I've got some pretty good ideas coming up. And having said that, these 2 channels, you might notice my new Sailor pen. It's not new, I've had it for a while. But these colours are the same colours as my other Everybody's in Bris Vegas channel. And I bought this cover because it's also similar. It's not exactly the same, but it's the same sort of vibe. So bluey kind of purpley colour there, but purple and pink in general is the colour scheme for that channel. So I love this idea of matching that to that, because I also have a general idea from now on in the cousin, when I get the cousin, and also what I'm going to attempt in the next few months with the original, is to use the daily pages as kind of a journal where I can have some prompts about each of these channels' content. So I can write about certain things that I'll always have something to say in the videos, because I do struggle to think about what to talk about, particularly for both of these channels. I think I could probably talk about Hobonichi for days. I could bore you to tears for hours upon hours straight. But for these 2, firstly, I don't really know that much about Brisbane. I live here. I've lived here for a long time, but I don't know that much. So this could be a good way of exploring some things, like learning some things myself about Brisbane, if I have some prompts each day, particularly if I know where I'm going to be walking, or if there's an event coming up, I can talk about it in here and have some content to share. Not content, just some talking points to share. Same with urban sketching and Brisbane art, I could sort of talk more about the process of drawing and sketching and painting, with some prompts as well, and the particular location I'm going to as well. That's a similar thing, where I could talk about maybe the history of it or what makes it so special, just some general information about the area. So that's my idea, because in general, I don't really have a lot to say about my everyday life. My everyday life, I feel like it's kind of boring. This is my great fear. I can't really keep a diary because if I tell this diary, this hobo, dear hobo, I am going to tell you my deepest thoughts today. What happens if I pass away in the middle of the night from something? If I get hit by a bus? Or if I get abducted by aliens or something? Somebody will come, search through my things. They will see, oh look, he's got a diary. Let's have a quick squiz to see if there's any clues in here as to how he might have died or how he might have disappeared into the air as he was being taken away by that spaceship. But what about the detectives who are coming to find evidence, or the paranormal investigators who are looking for some clues? I don't know, it just worries me a little bit. I mean, I don't have anything terrible that I'm going to be thinking about putting there, but there we go. The daily pages, my plan, I will be writing about what to talk about in my videos, and just general thoughts in general about things in Brisbane and big events, drawing and art in general, just ideas. It's going to be like an ideas page. It's time to go prepare. In 15 minutes, I need to get my wallet. I need to transfer all my savings across. I need to, I don't know, get a cup of coffee perhaps, and settle my nerves, because that always works. Come on, back-end unavailable. What do you mean back-end? Gateway timeout. I'll just do a refresh. Surely that would help the situation. Restart required. What for? Don't you know I've got something to do here? The store's down. I know I'm adding to the problem here, because I'm trying to buy on the day, and honestly, the things I want are probably not going to go out of stock. Well, they're not. They're the colours. But for me, it's more, I just want it to be done. I've spent a lot of time over the past couple of months thinking about it, and I can't give any more mental energy after this day to continue thinking about it. I need to make my decision, do my purchase, and forget about it for the rest of the year until it comes. Get the excitement of opening, of unboxing, and the excitement then of starting your plans for the next year. But I can't give any more mental energy to deciding on what to buy after today. I really wish this one, because my colours, my favourite colours, are like on the teal spectrum. And that's kind of aqua is, to me, it's on the teal spectrum. And I love the mix of blue and green. So I would love that if it was in the A5. But I've chosen, I believe I can't go past this colour, because to me, I love blues, and a close second is greens. I did think about this, and this, chamomile mint. But honestly, I'm not a big fan of yellow, and to me that's approaching yellow. Well, it's a pale pastel-y kind of yellow. And even though I've bought yellow in the past, I don't know, I love the inside though. I love that colour. But the yellow is not for me. And that leaves us with these three. Oh, don't tell me that one's not going to be around. Yeah. So I'm definitely getting this one. This is the Forest Ivy. I like that. I legitimately enjoy looking at those colours. This, I also like it. It's blue and grey, and there'll be times in the middle of winter when I will love this. And it's called Winter City. Look at how that goes together. I really, yeah, I do like that. Now this, I like that colour blue, and that's kind of like a beigey colour to me. Maybe a very, very light kind of tan. It's saying it's like a kind of a clear blue sky with a, is it like a cloud? Something. Does it fill me with joy? No, okay, no. It doesn't. So I was going between those two, but Winter City I know I will like because, well, I always love blue. Blue and green, they're my favourite colours. And when they mix, my very favourite colour in the world is teal. Now there are no teal colours for this year for the cousin. At least, not a plain colour. So, that's it for me. I've chosen, oh my god, with a January start, English, cousin. I don't want the avec because I like to have the entire year. I don't want the day free because I do like to have the days. Okay, so book and cover, yes, I am getting that. Add to cart. Fantastic. And now I will select the Winter City. Cover only. Yes. Add to cart. Proceed to checkout. Wow. $1.59. To be honest. Okay, let's see. Winter City. RP Forest. Cousin. 62. Okay. To be honest, I thought that was going to be more expensive. But I'd guesstimated when I was thinking about buying the Junji 2. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but I was thinking about that. Oh, yes, of course, high traffic. I've got to wait 18 minutes. Oh dear, he's telling me to go get a cup of tea, is he? That little bear? Maybe that's not a bad idea. I'm in line. There is a queue. There is a Hobonichi queue. I've never seen this before. I think this might be new. And 1%, 18 minutes, okay. I believe, 17 minutes. Is that enough time for me to make a cup of coffee? I don't like sushi, little bear. I'm sorry. Should I go make myself a cup of coffee? Nah. What if I miss the thing? Oh, look, that would be nice. Whatever you're offering me there. I hope that's a cappuccino. No, actually, I hope that's a flat white. Look, if you're serious about giving me something to enjoy while I'm waiting, please, no rice, no tea, a cup of flat white, please. That's all I ask. A 12-ounce flat white. What is that? My wife would love that. What's this now? Is it a sandwich? Wow, 14 minutes. What is that? Is that a snow globe? A little bear? What is this? A diamond? Oh, okay, yes, please. I'll take that. I could probably sell that and buy some more Hobonichis. A little suspicious. Where's this bear getting a diamond from? Is he robbing the place? Is he robbing a bank or something? Oh, now that looks nice. It looks refreshing. Well, except for all the cream. But the fruit. What is that? I'm not even sure what that is. Is that a pine cone? Little bear? What's this now? Oh, okay, yep, so I'll take that. Is that like a New York baked cheesecake? Oh, hello, a little bear. That is nice. Oh, some honey. Yeah, okay, that figures. Where are you taking all this anyway? You just dumping it out the back again? Oh yeah, okay, 2 diamonds. I'll take that one. Thank you. Thanks very much, bear. Diamonds and a flat white. That's all I want. Yep, you just go back out there, grab me some more diamonds. Actually, just forget the flat white. Just bring you some diamonds. 100%. Yay! Ivy, A5. Cousin, 2026 English. January, Monday start. Winter City, A5. 159. Yep, all my personal details are correct. $57. It's gone up quite a bit for such a small amount. 216. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Please, for the love of all things Hobonichi. Confirmed. Wow, wow, wow. I can now relax and forget about everything and look forward to the unboxing. Yay! Thank you for watching and enjoying my whatever that was. And if you're purchasing yourself, hopefully it went well. And if you're thinking about purchasing in the next few days or weeks or months, good luck. And may the Techo be with you. See you next time. Okay, time to relax with a nice cozy manga. Let's see where I'm up to. I think that might be enough for this afternoon.